video from Carolina Varsity. We are covering the 2016 North Carolina High School Football Championships. And now we're going to take a look at a game that's going to be played Saturday at 3:05 at Wake Forest University. This will be the 3AA state championship game between Eastern Guilford and Weddington.
Yes, looks like a great matchup on paper. Both teams, Weddington has scored 555 points this year, while Eastern Guilford has scored 496, and there's only a 2-point difference in how many points they have given up. Weddington 187, Eastern Guilford 185, and both have over 300 yards of offense per game, and they're both pretty balanced in how they put their offense out there. Weddington has 199 yards rushing, while Eastern has 167, and Weddington has 162 yards passing, while Eastern has 146. What stands out to me on Weddington is since their loss to Monroe, almost all their wins, except for the AC Reynolds win, was a blowout. I mean, Hickory Ridge kind of kept it a little close in the second half, but Weddington pulled away for a 24-6 victory. So every win except the Reynolds game was a double-digit win. And Eastern Guilford, they've beat some very good teams along the way as well. Most notably, their win last week over Jacksonville, 26-21, and they also, beat Western Alamance 28-17. And they haven't been blown by teams like Weddington has. What I gather here on some of my notes. So it's gonna be hard to go against Coach Tim Carson and his crew on this one. And wouldn't this be their first ever state title?
I think so.
I think they're going to get it.
Okay. I think we're going up against an undefeated Eastern Guilford team. They've played some good football this year. I'm obviously, if people who follow the videos and follow the site know that I'm a believer in Coach Carson's defense, especially. And a big game like this, defense is going to become real critical, how he schemes against this team. I did note that Weddington, while they're both kind of balanced in their offenses, Weddington puts up more offense than Eastern Guilford does. And surprisingly puts up a fair amount of passing yards. I think I'm going to go with Weddington, at least at this point. But I think it should be a very close ball game.
I think I'll go with Weddington by a score of 20-13.
Okay.
And, we talk about teams being undefeated versus, teams having 1 or 2 losses. In a state title game, that doesn't matter. You throw that out the window. Because if you make it to the state title game, guess what? You're good enough.
Should be. You should have beaten some good teams on your road in the playoffs to get there. Weddington sure beat a good one in AC Reynolds.
Hickory Ridge.
Up at Reynolds. So, all right. Well, come tell us what you think about the game. Maybe we'll have a little more discussion, a little bit deeper discussion on stats in the forums, because we do have stats now for both teams. Thanks for watching.